Okay, so to solve this word problem, we just do 67 times 12 using the trick that is just 804. That's all. Hi, today we're going to look at how to multiply by 12 in seconds. So first let's start off with the long multiplication problem, 33 times 12. So to do this, 33 times 2 is just merely 66. And then we drop the 0, 33 times 1 is 33. And finally we get 396. Even though this might seem simple, there's a really fast way to do this. So basically what you want to do, as I remember it, you multiply by 2 for the first digit, and then you add the last digit. So just remember that and you'll be fine. Now you might just be like, wait, what? What is he talking about? So to explain that, let's do that for 33 times 12. 33 times 12. So before you do this trick, be sure to add zeros on the ends. This helps you remember to multiply by 2 in the front and add the last one. So let's do that trick. So we multiply 3 by 2 and add the 0. So 3 times 2 is 6. Add the 0 and we get a 6. Let's do that for the next digit. That's also a 3, so 3 times 2, that's 6, plus this 3, which equals 9. So we can put the 9 right here. And then 0 times 2 plus 3 equals 3. And there's the answer again. Same answer for both. So now let's look at some examples to multiply by 12 in seconds. Okay, so now we have some examples to work out. Let's start with the leftmost one, 41 times 12. So what we do here, we add the zeros, and then we do 1 times 2 plus 0, which is just 2. Then we do the next one, multiply by 2 in the front and add the back. So 4 times 2 plus 1 is 9. Then 0 times 2 plus 4 is 4. And that's our answer, 492. So now let's look at the next one, 56 times 12. So we add the zeros, like always. Then what we do is 6 times 2 plus 0 is 12. But wait, we have a 12. What do we do with that extra 1? So we actually carry that over, just like how we do the 11s trick. And then we do 5 times 2 plus 6, which is 16. So we put the 6 here. We carry the 1. Now 0 times 2 plus 5 is just 5. We're not done yet. We have to add the carrying overs, and then we get 672. And that's our answer for 56 times 12. So now let's look at a more complex one, 743 times 12. So what we do here, we add the zeros, normal stuff. 3 times 2 plus 0 is 6. 4 times 2 plus 3 is 11. Carry the 1. 7 times 2 plus 4 is 18. Carry the 1. Now finally, 0 times 2 plus 7 is just 7. Add the carrying overs and we get 8,916. And that's all. So, like I said before, the steps for doing this is just to add the zeros, put the zeros at the front and the back to help you keep track of it. Then you multiply by 2 in the front and add to what's in the back. Just remember this and you'll be okay. So now let's look at a word problem dealing with 12s. Okay, so let's look at this word problem. Tom wants to buy several cartons of eggs for his breakfast, as he wants to stock up before COVID-19 causes a lockdown in a city. Does it sound relatable to you? Comment down below your answer. If Tom wants to buy 67 cartons of eggs, and each carton contains a dozen eggs, how many eggs will Tom end up buying? Okay, so I'm going to give you a moment to think on how to solve this problem and what the solution is. I'll see you in a bit. Okay, to solve this problem, we look at the second sentence. If Tom wants to buy 67 cartons of eggs, so we take that 67 and we put it right here. And each carton contains a dozen eggs. So that just shows us 67 cartons and each carton contains a dozen eggs. Or a dozen is 12, in case you didn't know. So we'll put a 12 right here. How many eggs will Tom end up buying? So that's what we have here. 67 times 12. So we add the zeros like normal. We multiply by 2 in the front, and then we add what's behind. So 7 times 2 plus 0 is 14. Carry the 1. 6 times 2 plus 7 is 19. But be careful here. We have a 1 and a 9, so that's a 0, which is actually 20. Since this is a 19, 19 plus 1 is 20. So we carry over the 2. Then we do 0 times 2 plus 6 is 6. So simplifying, we get 804. And that's our answer to this word problem. 67 cartons of eggs, which is absurd. You might have to give some to his friends or get an extra refrigerator. So if you stuck around this far in the video, first of all, thank you, as that helps me out a lot, and remember to subscribe down below. But second of all, I'm going to teach you a special trick, since it's the least I can do for someone who supports me as much as you do. So, remember how I said for multiplying by 12, you multiply by 2 in the first digit, and you add the previous digit? Well, you can do that trick for all numbers 11 to 19. So for 11s, I put out a video right here on how to multiply by 11s, as it's the same thing as this. 55, let's do 55 times 11. We take this digit, multiply this by 5, multiply this by 1, and add what's behind. This is the same thing, 5 plus 5. So again, be sure to check out the video right here for more info on that. But for numbers 12 to 19, this can really help. I showed you how to do 12 throughout this video, but let's try 13 for an example. Let's do 22 times 13. So instead of multiplying by 2, we multiply by this digit. So for 12, we multiply by 2. 13, we multiply by 3. 14, we multiply by 4. 15, we multiply by 5, and so on. So we add the zeros like we usually do, and we do 2 times 3 plus 0 is 6. 2 times 3 plus 2 is 8. 0 times 3 plus 2 is 2. And that's your answer. So what I was trying to say here was that I'd recommend you use this trick to multiply by 12, 13, 14, etc. Even though there might be more and more carrying over as you progress. This is a really quick and efficient trick to multiply by those numbers. So that's all for today's video. Please be sure to like and subscribe, as it helps me out with the YouTube algorithm a lot. And please comment down below what other playlists you would like to make, or what other problems you'd like me to try, and what you thought of the new transition that I used today. Okay, bye!